Man, I really, I really gotta go get a trim. I'm getting a little crazy here. How was everybody's weekend? I'm sorry that I did not have my video up on Sunday. It is Monday right now. We're getting there. The last time we shot an episode that was supposed to be on Sunday, we ended up shooting it on Wednesday. And we're getting closer. It's Monday. We're getting closer to being back on Sunday shooting. My weekends and weeks these past like week and a half, 2 weeks have just been insane. Dealing with weather and stuff at home and the kids and jobs and life in general, and it's been pretty hectic. But we're here. We're shooting video. We're doing the Rise and Vape show. And I'm stoked about it. I love doing these weekly episodes, something that I look forward to every week, being able to just sit down with you guys and talk about vaping. It doesn't get much better than that. I figured we would just, kind of start with what I've been vaping on this week. Picked up a new device. It's not new by any stretch of the means. It's definitely not new. It's from 2016, and a lot of you are going to be familiar with it, but this is my first one, and I absolutely love it. It's the Tesla Invader 3. I actually just finished shooting my review for this. That will be going up tomorrow. So, variable voltage device, super sleek, real nice compact, dual 18650. Got the Amit MTL RDA sitting on top, got it loaded up with Barista Brews Salted Caramel Macchiato. There you go. Nice. I love that device. I can't stop. Watch the review. Just wait for the review. Next is kind of a combination of what you're going to see very soon in the review and also what I've been vaping on. So I've been vaping on the Aegis 100 watt, which is just basically like my go-to device. I use it every day. You can watch the review for that too. With the Rebirth sitting on top, you can also watch the review for that. All week long, well, I guess not all week long, but for the past few days, anyways, I had it loaded up with Primal Elixirs Learn. If anybody out there is hip to green, you probably know that this is one of his favorite juices. That's where I got it from. I had tried a Primal Elixir juice in the past. It was a watermelon candy one. It was really good. It wasn't something that I would probably get again. So I was like, I don't know about the Primal Elixir thing. But Grim swore by it and finally just convinced me. I was like, I gotta try it. And yeah, as far as a strawberry lemonade goes, it is now officially my second favorite strawberry lemonade. It's a blood orange strawberry lemonade. It's working its way up, man. It's definitely my second favorite. My first favorite is going to be hard to dethrone. That blackberry lemonade from Vaptasia is a force to be reckoned with. But now, you'll see in the review, but yeah, we got it loaded up with some Pacamama juice. You wanna see? You wanna check out the review? I know you do. I know you do. I know you're ready for it. I know you guys would rather see Becky than me. So, you're gonna have to still deal with me. But here's your weekly dose of Rise and Vape Show juice reviews. Welcome back to another Rise and Vape Show juice review. I'm Logan.
I'm Becky.
And today we've got I never know how to say it. I don't know if it's
Pacamama.
Is it Pacamama or is
That's
it,
how I would
is it
pronounce it.
Pachamama?
Pacamama.
Pachamama sounds like punch your mama.
Pacamama.
Don't punch your mama. But yeah, Pacamama from Charlie's Chalk Dust. This one is Fuji Apple Strawberry Nectarine. I thought I would try to do this really cool scrolly effect with the box for you. And of course that big, beautiful, wonderful label, that warning label. about nicotine. This time it holds true. There is nicotine in this product.
Yes.
I like it when they put that warning label on like atomizers. When there's no nicotine in that product, it's just a piece of metal. You have to add the nicotine. But yeah, you guys aren't familiar with Charlie's Chalk Dust. This will be the second Pacamama juice that I've tried.
Focus. Focus.
Focus. There you go. 6 milligram freebase.
I'm still vaping on the Pixie Tarts. one
She's
last
still
week.
vaping on the Pixie Tarts. Ooh.
I'm excited. Oh, it just still smells so fresh.
That's one thing, like their juices, like their fruits are always like fruit. It's not like a candy.
It reminds
like
me
fruit.
of just walking into the produce section and you just get that smell of all the fresh fruit and everything.
God, there's a candy that tastes just like a lollipop.
Is it like an apple blow pop?
I get a lot of strawberry. We're gonna be trying it out on the old tried and true Aegis 100 watt with the Rebirth on top from Mr. Mike Vapes. Oh yeah, rowdy. 0.61, so 55 watts. Turn the airflow down because it's a single coil. Want to take the first two?
You can.
Okay. All three of those flavors in this juice are beautifully balanced. I can pick out all three on the inhale and the exhale. That's a fantastic juice.
Oh, that's so good.
I can't say what I get more of each way. I just get like perfect balance on inhale and exhale. That juice is just all three through and through.
This is our first juice that we've tried with apple in it, I believe.
I've had apple pie juices in the past.
But this is the first like Fuji apple.
Definitely the first Fuji apple.
I really enjoy it. I didn't think I was going to enjoy that apple that much.
Apple's a tough one. But another thing, again with Charlie's, they blend so well, and all those fruits are so sweet that it almost comes off like candy.
Yeah.
But each individual flavor is very like true to the flavor.
You can taste the Fuji apple, you can taste the strawberry, you can taste the nectarine.
Yeah, it's really
That's a good juice.
Really well balanced. The other Pacamama juice that I had is that blood orange gooseberry one. I can't remember what the third flavor is in that one, but it was gooseberry, blood orange, something. But that one was the same way, just very well blended. Nothing really like overpowered anything else. Just really well balanced. All right, you know how we do it, guys. We're gonna go back and forth on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 being I never want to vape this juice again. Please throw it away right now. And 5 being I want to vape this juice every day for the rest of my life. Give us your thoughts.
So I give the Charlie's Chalk Dust Pacamama, the Fuji Apple Strawberry Nectarine, a solid 4.5.
Okay, not quite 5.
I see this as an all-day vape. I would probably give it 4.75.
We don't allow that here.
But we don't allow that. I would give it a 5 if it had just a little more punch of flavor. Not that it doesn't have flavor, but I like coil killers.
I don't think this is really going to be that bad of a coil killer.
I really enjoy the flavor.
I know that the other Pacamama that I had, I killed that other bottle, that 60 ml bottle, in a very short few days, and it really, if I remember right, my cotton held up a lot better than my coil did. But yeah, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like I'm vaping on that barista brew salted caramel, and that's only like a day and a half in on that.
I've had this Pixie Tarts for how many days now? Solid 4 or 5 days.
4 or 5 since we shot that other video. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised about that one.
And my
That one's
cotton is still pretty solid.
Your cotton still looks really good. Yeah, I think this is gonna be more of a coil burner than a cotton killer. But I'm gonna go ahead and honestly, I'm gonna give it a 5, just like I would have given that other one had we done that on a video. I really enjoy the Pacamama line, and all, the two that I've tried so far have both been really well balanced, full of flavor. I get great vapor production out of them. They leave that just touch of taste in your mouth afterwards. Like you get that little bit of aftertaste that lingers, but it doesn't stick around.
Right.
It's just like there for a few seconds after the exhale, and you get that little extra kind of tongue tasting. Yeah, just all around. I'm gonna give it a 5. I definitely can vape it all day, just like I vaped their other one all day long, and I'm probably going to. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much. We'll get back to the rest of the video.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to her. Man, it is. It's a killer juice. Super good. Just loaded with flavor. Lingers for just a second, and then just. But yeah. As always, guys, let's jump into some news and advocacy. What do you say? Are you ready? Let's do it. All right, so what I have for you today is not so much a news thing as it is an article that was just published January 23rd of 2019 from Clive Bates. It is titled "The Great American Youth Vaping Epidemic." Really? That's the title. Really? This is a long, extensive article filled and filled and filled with studies, data, quotes from not only pro vaping advocates, but from Scott Gottlieb, our Surgeon General. It is filled to the brim. It is a long read. There are 16, I believe, 16 key points that he talks about, and I'm just gonna go through a few quick ones, but please, I will link this whole article down below. If you have the chance to read through the whole thing, I highly, highly recommend that you do. It's absolutely mind-blowing just how much he put into really getting all of this organized. Like this is the kind of stuff that you just want to like. Here you go. Here, nicotine's bad. Here, read this. Read this. Oh. Flavors are bad. Please read this. One of the big things that I took out of this, one of my favorite parts of this article, in his ninth section, titled "Nicotine is not uniquely harmful to the developing brain." When we're talking about teenagers, anybody under the age of, they say your brain develops until you're about 25, but this is really more relevant to the teens and the under 18, the under 21s, and the claim from the Surgeon General, and he has that quote here, which you can read all those quotes. The U.S. Surgeon General spoke at MD Anderson about the e-cigarette epidemic among American youth on December 19th. He went on to say, "I absolutely want people to understand, for young people, this presents a very unique danger. Nicotine is uniquely harmful to the young developing brain. We know that the brain continues to develop up to the age of 25. For the developing brain, nicotine can cause learning, attention, and memory problems, and it can prime the brain for future addiction." I'm sure a lot of us have heard that quote and seen that quote many times now already. Clive Bates goes on to say, "A unique danger? Uniquely harmful? Really? More harmful than cannabis, alcohol, crystal meth, fentanyl? More harmful than American football? Worse than a car crash?" Obviously, it is inappropriate to make wild claims like that nicotine is uniquely harmful. He makes a good point there. He also goes on to say, but what of the more modest claim that young people's brains are harmed by nicotine? Now remember, we're just talking about nicotine. Where would you look for evidence? How about those young people who have been exposed to nicotine as smokers? There are millions of them happily pursuing adult life, but are they suffering any form of damage? Again, yes, adult smokers are suffering from damage. We're talking about strictly, is the nicotine causing damage? In 1980, 30.5% of U.S. 12th graders were past 30-day smokers, 21.3% daily smokers. This group would be in their 50s by now, and most would have quit smoking years ago. Where's the evidence of impairment in this population arising from youth nicotine use? So an important writer on this claim is that there are no human data that show nicotine causes material harms to the adolescent brain. The evidence that exists is based on rat and mouse studies. Even the Surgeon General's 2016 report recognizes just how indirect and speculative the claims of harm are. Clive says the appropriate comparison is not between the adult and adolescent brain, but the effects of different things that young people do have on the developing brain, and whether these effects are harmful in some way. He says, I am unaware of evidence suggesting that nicotine can cause learning, attention, and memory problems in young people. Please advise. And then he goes on to the next section, which is also one of my favorites, titled, Vaping Should Be a Low Priority Risk Behavior Among Adolescents. The Youth Risk Behavior Surveillance System provides some insight into the risks that young people take, and he has a really nice graph here kind of demonstrating some different things. E-cigarette use, marijuana, alcohol, binge drinking, drunk driver riding as a passenger, carrying a weapon, and texting while driving. So 29.8% of high school students are using alcohol, and 13.5% are binge drinking according to the CDC's definition, but 20.8% vape. And there are also about as many marijuana users as vapors. What's the response to that? If there are any material risks with vaping, they should arise from decades of use, and only if the vaping becomes a smoking habit that would not otherwise have happened. Alcohol use, in contrast, can end a life instantly, pulverizing in a road accident or put young people into violent, abusive, or vulnerable situations that can be acutely harmful. So yeah, we're talking about almost 30% of high school students are using alcohol in one shape or another. Only about 13.5, which is still a really big number, are binge drinking according to the CDC's definition. So where are our priorities right now? Well, vaping. You know, we're not concerned with the almost 1/3, almost 1 out of every 3 high school students are using alcohol, and we're very, very, very familiar with what alcohol does to the brain. But there are also links to that in this study if you'd like to see those as well, and what effects alcohol has on the developing brain, and they're bad. It's bad, and not only what it does to the brain, but what alcohol does to the entire body. Now you have our great Scott Gottlieb and the FDA pursuing vaping right now, when almost 1 out of every 3 high school students are consuming alcohol. Which, by the way, I saw some watermelon Smirnoff Ice sitting pretty low on a shelf in my local grocery store. But yeah, I guess adults don't like flavors, and that definitely would not appeal to a kid. Watermelon soda would never appeal to an adolescent or a young adult. Interesting. Interesting where your priorities lie, Mr. Scott Gottlieb. And anyway, guys, I mean, there's so much information in this article that I can't even... I could sit here and read it to you, but we would have like a 2-hour video here just on this article. So please, if you get the chance, go read through it all yourself. And if you question any of the information in there, like I said, like there's just every 2 sentences, there's a link to a study or a quote or something from somebody somewhere. This is really very well put together and really touches on just about every point and every question that has been raised, and really just debunks most of it. I mean, he even goes in to talk about what an actual epidemic is based on diseases, and that how the teen vaping epidemic is really, it's not an epidemic by any form of the definition, and that it's basically just used by the FDA and Scott Gottlieb and the Surgeon General as a scare tactic to scare you away from vaping. And yeah, and all of that kind of stuff really just ties way back into what we've talked about before, that that they just want you to keep smoking. They want you to keep smoking so they can sell you your addiction, they can sell you your disease, and so that way they can sell you your treatment plan. Either way, yes, please go on, give this article a read. It's a fantastic read. I've read through it all, and it was just like, yes, 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 give me more. Yes. Like this is the kind of stuff that we need. Just real, well organized, factual, citable data, and just calling out the bullshit, because that's what it is. That's what your teen vaping epidemic really is. It's just a scare tactic because they don't want to lose money and they're worried about you getting healthy. Our public health administration are worried about you getting healthy. If you want to check the show out on Instagram, it's instagram.com/Rise and Vape Show. And as always, one of the best things that you can do as far as getting involved with vaping and with legislation and finding out and keeping up with all the things that are going on, join CASAA, CASAA.org. I can't talk about it enough. I talk about it in just about every one of my videos because they're that good of an organization. All you need is an email. It's completely free. You can donate if you choose to, but every aspect that you need to be aware of, they do a great job at keeping up with all the calls to action and ways that you can get involved. That's going to do it for me today, guys. This is the second video that I've shot today. I have mountains of editing to do, so I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a great week. I'm hoping to be back on Sunday every week. We'll get back on track, I promise. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. I'm Logan. This has been the Rise and Vape Show. Let's keep on vaping. Pacamama, Fuji apple, strawberry nicotine? Strawberry apple. Jesus Christ, Logan. Oh, waka 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 waka.